Hello Swatantra TV viewers. I am Mahima, welcoming you to our English bulletin with latest news, updates and analysis. Andhra Pradesh Chief Minister and YSRCP Supremo YS Jagan Mohan Reddy on Thursday expressed confidence that the ruling party will win more seats in the elections to the 25 Lok Sabha seats and 175 assembly constituencies held in Andhra Pradesh recently than it won the previous time in 2019. The Andhra Pradesh Chief Minister made this assertion during a visit to IPAC, which provided electioneering and political services to the ruling party. The party will create history this time, winning a greater number of seats than it won last time. YSRCP landslide is certain in the just concluded elections, and the results on 4th June will make the entire country stand up and look at Andhra Pradesh, Jagan Mohan Reddy said in a press release here. Recalling YSRCP's performance in 2019 where it won 151 assembly and 22 Lok Sabha seats, he said the party will better that performance in this year's polls. Further, he assured the YSRCP government will do better to the people of the state in the next 5 years. The Lok Sabha and Assembly elections were held simultaneously on 13th May.
Probably down the line on June 4th, if on the day that results would be coming out, I promise that this results would ensure that the whole country would stand up and look towards Andhra Pradesh. In fact, when someone told me last time itself was 151, last time out of 175, 151 itself is a tall number. And someone told me 22 out of 25 itself is a tall number. This time, we're going to beat that record. We will surpass 151, we will surpass 22. And predominantly, God's grace, touch wood, we've given a good deliverance of the governance. The governance model that was put in place was never seen before.
Normal life was thrown out of gear as rain lashed Hyderabad and other parts of Telangana Thursday evening. The slab of a drain broke at Banjara Hills in the city following the rain, and this led to some two-wheelers being washed away, official sources said. According to the Telangana State Development Planning Society, Yusufgura in the city received the highest amount of rainfall of 51.3 mm, followed by 48 mm at Center for Economic and Social Studies. The rainfall led to waterlogging on the roads at some places in the city and traffic snarls. Greater Hyderabad Municipal Corporation Mayor Vijaya Lakshmi Agarwal visited Uday Nagar in Banjara Hills where slab of the Nala broke, the sources said. Chief Minister A. Revant Reddy, who spoke to officials from the Secretariat, directed them to take measures to see that citizens don't face inconvenience.
अगर कोनो गाड़ी है दीवार के साइड में रहते
वो चल जेते अब तो चल रही है गाड़ी
Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Thursday said the Samajwadi Party and the Congress want to try out the Trinamool politics, terming it a politics of appeasement and harassment of the Dalits and women. Attacking the India bloc partners at an election rally at Bhadohi, where the opposition has fielded a Trinamool Congress candidate, Modi said they were conducting a trial of West Bengal's TMC politics in Uttar Pradesh. It is difficult for the SP and Congress to even save their deposit, so they are doing a political experiment in Bhadohi, he said. The TMC politics means murder of Hindus, harassment of Dalits and Adivasis, and atrocities on women. So many BJP leaders were killed there, and TMC MLAs say that they will kill Hindus by drowning them in river Ganga, Modi said. Modi said the TMC's politics includes calling Ram temple impure, banning Ramnavami celebrations, sheltering Bangladeshi intruders, promising poisonous arrow of appeasement and calling for vote jihad. He picked vote jihad from an SP candidate's remarks. Training guns on the SP, Modi said under the previous state government, the terrorists got special treatment and the government was kind towards Simi. Modi said the approach of appeasement links the SP and the TMC, and the two want to change the identity of the country. Speaking about the development plans of UP, Modi said the BJP has changed the image of the state by working hard day and night. Today UP is being identified by the expressways. There are 6 expressways here and 5 new expressways are being built, he said.
साथियों, मैं सच में कहता हूं, जब रात को बिस्तर पे जाता हूं ना, तो मुझे दिन भर आप लोगों के चेहरे याद आते हैं। जो दिन भर मैंने देखा है, और रात में एक के बाद एक घटना मेरे सामने, और मैं देखता हूं कितना प्यार, कितने आशीर्वाद, अबाल वृद्ध सभी, बच्चे, बूढ़े, माताएं, बहनें, भाइयों बहनों, ये ईश्वर कृपा के बिना संभव नहीं है। इतना प्यार, इतने आशीर्वाद मां विंध्यवासिनी की कृपा के बिना कैसे हो सकता है भाइयों। तो भाइयों, मैं कह रहा था कि हम वोकल फॉर लोकल, वन डिस्ट्रिक्ट वन प्रोडक्ट, उस पर जी जान से जुटे हैं। सपा सरकार में क्या था? सपा सरकार में वन डिस्ट्रिक्ट वन माफिया।
Congress leader Priyanka Gandhi Vadra on Thursday said her party follows the ideals of Mahatma Gandhi, who uttered "Hey Ram" before dying, and Prime Minister Narendra Modi was wrong in accusing it of being anti-religion. She alleged that while the Saffron Party claims to be a champion of Hindu religion, the condition of the state-run cowsheds in Uttar Pradesh remains pitiable. She said that during the Congress rule in Chhattisgarh, the party improved the condition of cowsheds and used to purchase cow dung to aid self-help groups running the cowsheds. Priyanka has been canvassing every day in the Rai Bareli constituency, where Rahul Gandhi has thrown in his hat replacing his mother Sonia Gandhi, who had to vacate the seat after being nominated to the Rajya Sabha from Rajasthan. Priyanka highlighted the strong bond the Gandhi family has with the constituency since the days of Indira Gandhi and Rajiv Gandhi. Rahul Gandhi will follow the tradition after winning the election, she said. She accused the Modi government of trying to take credit for free ration scheme by putting his photograph on the papers related to the scheme, saying it was the Congress-led UPA government that brought the Right to Food Act. She promised doing away with GST on education and scrap Agniveer scheme for recruitment in the armed forces if her party comes to power at the centre. She said her party will restore the earlier method of permanent appointment with pension provision for the army personnel. The Congress General Secretary also spoke about creating a 5,000 crore rupees fund to help small entrepreneurs. Voting in Rai Bareli is scheduled in the 5th phase on 20th May. The Enforcement Directorate Thursday told the Supreme Court it will soon file a prosecution complaint against Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal and AAP in a money laundering case related to the alleged excise policy scam. Appearing for the Enforcement Directorate, Additional Solicitor General S.V. Raju told a bench of Justices Sanjeev Khanna and Deepankar Datta that the Enforcement Directorate is proposing to file the prosecution complaint or charge sheet against Arvind Kejriwal and AAP. The Delhi Chief Minister was arrested on 21st March in the case. On 10th May, the Apex Court granted interim bail to Kejriwal till 1st June in a money laundering case related to the alleged Delhi excise policy scam. He has to surrender on 2nd June. The court, however, barred him from visiting his office or the Delhi Secretariat and sign official files unless absolutely necessary for obtaining the Lieutenant Governor's approval. The case relates to alleged corruption and money laundering in the formulation and execution of the Delhi government's excise policy for 2021 to 22, which has now been scrapped. Kejriwal also reiterated his claim that Home Minister Amit Shah will be made the next Prime Minister and Yogi Adityanath will be removed as Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister if the BJP returns to power. The people of BJP have always been against reservation. They will change the constitution and end reservation of scheduled castes, scheduled tribes and other backward classes, he said at a joint press conference along with Samajwadi Party President Akhilesh Yadav in Lucknow. Kejriwal claimed Prime Minister Narendra Modi had made a rule that anyone over 75 years of age will not be given any post in the government and the organization and will be retired. L.K. Advani and Murli Manohar Joshi were retired as per this rule and several BJP leaders, as per this rule, were removed or not given ticket. PM Modi is going to cross the age of 75 next year and has decided to make Amit Shah the Prime Minister of the country, Kejriwal said. He claimed that Modi has been working to ensure the same. The leaders who could have caused an hindrance were sidelined. Shivraj Singh Chauhan, Vasundhara Raje, Raman Singh, Devendra Fadnavis and Manohar Lal Khattar have been finished, he asserted. Kejriwal said Adityanath will be removed as Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister if the BJP again comes to power.
कहते हैं नहीं मोदी जी कुछ बड़ा काम करना चाहते हैं तो लोगों ने खोद के पूछा भाई क्या बड़ा काम करना चाहते हैं कुछ बताओ तो सही तो उन्होंने नहीं बताया लोगों ने फिर अंदर से पता किया कि बड़ा काम ये करना चाहते हैं कि देश से रिजर्वेशन खत्म करना चाहते हैं। हम जानते हैं कि इनका जो पूरा इकोसिस्टम है आरएसएस बीजेपी शुरू से ये लोग रिजर्वेशन के खिलाफ रहे हैं इनकी पूरी की पूरी मानसिकता रिजर्वेशन के खिलाफ रही है। तो मैं सभी लोगों को ये आगाह करना चाहता हूं कि ये बड़ा काम इनको 400 पार इसीलिए चाहिए क्योंकि ये रिजर्वेशन खत्म करना चाहते हैं। संविधान को बाबा साहब अम्बेडकर ने जो संविधान बनाया था उस संविधान को ये तार करना चाहते हैं पूरे देश भर से।
MP Kapil Sibal on Thursday hit out at Home Minister Amit Shah over his reported special treatment remarks on the interim bail to Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal, saying it was an objectionable statement that questioned the intention of the Supreme Court judges. Sibal's remarks came after Shah, while referring to the interim bail granted by the Supreme Court to Kejriwal, reportedly said many in the country believed he was given special treatment. The Supreme Court on Thursday steered clear of the political talk about it having made an exception for Kejriwal in granting him interim bail for campaigning in the Lok Sabha polls but said critical analysis of the judgment is welcome. Addressing a press conference in the national capital, Sibal said, Shah has made an objectionable statement and questioned the intention of the Supreme Court judges. Shah has stated very cleverly that many people are saying the Supreme Court's decision to grant interim bail to Kejriwal in the excise policy case is akin to him getting special treatment, he added. Siebel said it is important to spell out the laws in light of the statement. If someone is convicted but gets a stay from the court, he or she can file a nomination and get elected. If there is a charge sheet against anyone, a person can campaign and also file a nomination, like Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh is doing, the Rajya Sabha MP said.
वो ये बयान कभी ऐसा नहीं देते अगर वो जो लोग कह रहे हैं उनकी बात को मानते नहीं, क्योंकि उन्होंने बड़ी चतुरता से कहा कि लोग कहते हैं। तो अगर लोग कहते हैं और आप नहीं मानते तो आपको ऐसा बयान नहीं देना चाहिए, और अगर लोग कहते हैं और आप मानते हो तभी आपने ऐसा बयान दिया है। तो लोग कहने के पर्दे के ऊपर पीछे मत आप छुपिए। ये ऐसा आपत्तिजनक बयान है जो मैं समझता हूं कि गृह मंत्री को, इस देश के गृह मंत्री को नहीं देना चाहिए, उस गृह मंत्री को जिसको शायद कानून की धाराएं का ज़्यादा मालूम नहीं है। तो मैं थोड़ा समझा देता हूं आपके द्वारा। पहली बात तो यह है कि अगर कोई कन्विक्ट हो जाए,
Andhra Pradesh Chief Secretary K.S. Jawahar Reddy and Director General of Police Harish Kumar Gupta left for Delhi on Thursday to give an explanation to the Election Commission of India over the violence after the polling in the state. They were accompanied by Additional Director General Kumar Vishwajit. The CAs and the DGP were summoned to appear at the Election Commission of India's headquarters in Delhi to explain why the administration failed to contain the violence on polling day and after polling. They have been asked to explain why the administration failed to take precautionary measures to prevent violence. The poll panel has taken serious note of the incidents of violence during simultaneous elections to the State Assembly and Lok Sabha. Several incidents of post-poll violence during the last 2 days led to blame game between the ruling party and the opposition parties. Violence broke out at Macherla, Narsaraopet, Chandragiri and Tadipatri constituencies. The Chief Secretary and DGP have also been asked to explain steps taken after the violence to prevent its recurrence as the Model Code of Conduct is still in force. Andhra Pradesh police on Thursday seized 50 petrol bombs, stones, sickles and 2 sacks of broken liquor bottles at Pinelli village in Palnadu district where violence was reported after 13th May elections, said a police official on Thursday. Superintendent of Police Bindu Madhav Garikpati noted that this cache of crude and country-made weapons was seized from 2 houses in the village. Due to the prevalence of tense situation, the police searched all the houses at Pinelli village under Machavaram Mandal one by one and found broken beer bottles in one house and bottles filled with petrol and wicks in another, said Garikpati in a video statement released by the district police. The superintendent of police noted that the cache of weapons was found in 2 houses, leading to the custody of C. Pedaseda, C. Nanne, Ala Bakshu, C. Jani Basha and Tanda Peddanani. Police are also on the lookout for the accomplices of these people who are suspected of making arrangements for these weapons. According to Garikpati, police received information about a person who is suspected to be involved in making petrol bombs in a house and expressed confidence that he will be apprehended. Garikpati observed that 2 cases will be registered and the apprehended persons will be remanded. Lok Sabha elections were held simultaneously with the assembly polls in the state on 13th May.
ఈరోజు ఉదయం మాచవరం మండలంలోని పిన్నెల్లి గ్రామంలో అక్కడ కొంచెం టెన్స్ పరిస్థితులు ఉన్నాయి, అక్కడ ఏదైనా వెరిఫై చేస్తే బాగుంటుందని సిఐ గారు అట్లనే మాచవరం ఎస్ఐ గారు అక్కడికి చేరుకొని అన్ని ఇల్లులు ఒకదాని తర్వాత ఒకటి సెర్చ్ చేయడం జరిగింది. అక్కడ చింతపల్లి పెద్ద సైత, చింతపల్లి నన్నే, అల్లాబక్షు, అట్లానే చింతపల్లి జానిభాష తండా పెద్ద నన్ని అన్న వాళ్ళ ఇళ్ల మీద, ఒకళ్ళ ఇంటి మీద ఏమో పగలగొట్టిన బియర్ బాటిల్స్, రాళ్ళు, అట్లనే ఇంకొకరి ఇంటి మీద పెట్రోల్ పోసి నింపున్న బాటిల్, దానికి పైన ఒత్తి పెట్టి దొరకడం జరిగింది. వీళ్ళందరినీ అదుపులోకి తీసుకున్నాం. వీళ్ళతో పాటుగా ఎవరున్నారో ఇవన్నీ అరేంజ్ చేయడానికి వాళ్ళని కూడా.
Bharat Rashtra Samiti staged protests across Telangana demanding that the Congress government in the state pay bonus to farmers for the paddy irrespective of varieties as promised by it in the assembly elections. BRS leaders led the protests held in all assembly constituencies on a call given by the party president and former Chief Minister K. Chandrasekhar Rao. Raising slogans against the anti-farmer decisions of the government, protesters sat on the road at various places. They demanded that the government procure paddy at minimum support price and pay 500 rupees per quintal bonus for even coarse rice. The protesters alleged that the Congress party came to power by making promises but has now gone back on those promises. The BRS leaders alleged that Chief Minister A. Revant Reddy has betrayed farmers by going back on the promise of 500 rupees bonus per quintal of paddy. Chandrasekhar Rao had asked BRS leaders and workers to organize statewide protests and demonstrations. Equity benchmark indices Sensex and Nifty shot up nearly 1% on Thursday, driven by buying in HDFC Bank and Infosys and a rally in the US and Asian markets. In a highly volatile trade, the 30-share BSE Sensex climbed 676.69 points or 0.93% to settle at 73,663.72. During the day, it hit a high of 73,749.47 and a low of 72,529.97. The NSE Nifty surged 203.30 points or 0.92% to 22,403.85. Among the Sensex components, Mahindra & Mahindra, Bharti Airtel, Tech Mahindra, Titan, Infosys, JSW Steel, Bajaj Finserv, HDFC Bank, Larsen & Toubro and Kotak Mahindra Bank were the major gainers. Maruti, State Bank of India, Power Grid, Tata Motors and IndusInd Bank were the laggard. In the broader market, the BSE Midcap Gauge climbed 1.07% and Small Cap Index rallied 0.85%. Among the indices, capital goods jumped 2.05%, followed by industrials 1.99%, tech 1.66%, realty 1.59%, IT 1.55%, telecommunication 0.99% and healthcare 0.70%. Utilities index emerged as the only laggard. In Asian markets, Seoul, Tokyo, Shanghai and Hong Kong settled with gains. European markets were trading lower. Wall Street ended higher on Wednesday. Global oil benchmark Brent crude declined 0.33% to US $82.45 a barrel. Foreign institutional investors offloaded equities worth 2,832.83 crore rupees on Wednesday, according to exchange data. Halting its three-day rally, the 30-share BSE Sensex declined 117.58 points or 0.16% to settle at 72,987.03 on Wednesday. The NSE Nifty dipped 17.30 points or 0.08% to 22,200.55. A delegation from the YSRCP, led by Minister for Education Bocha Satyanarayan, met Governor Justice S. Abdul Nazir at Raj Bhavan on Thursday. Minister Merug Nagarjuna, MLA Panninani, MLC Leela Appayreddy, MP Mopidevi Venkat Ramana, Kavali Manohar Naidu, and other members were present at the meeting. The primary purpose of the meeting was to present a formal complaint to Governor Abdul Nazir concerning the recent violence unleashed by the TDP against YSRCP supporters on polling day and in the aftermath. The complaint also explained the failure on the part of police officials in preventing violence in Palnadu, Anantapur, and others where incidents of violence broke out. The YSRCP delegation expressed concerns over the partiality of police observer Deepak Mishra, who was appointed by the Election Commission to oversee the elections. The delegation alleged that Mishra had exceeded his assigned role by colluding with TDP party functionaries, compromising the integrity of the electoral process.
ఏకపక్షంగా దీపక్ మిశ్రా ఏది చెప్తే అది ఏది రాస్తే అది అరే బాబు ఓట్లయిపోయినాయి ఇక్కడి నుంచి పోరా అని చెప్పి అన్నా కూడా పోట్లాడు ఇక్కడి నుంచి ఇంకా ఏం చేద్దామని ఎన్ని ప్రాణాలను హరిద్దామని ఈ ఆంధ్ర రాష్ట్రాన్ని వల్లకాడు చేద్దామని భారతీయ జనతా పార్టీ తెలుగుదేశం పార్టీ కలిసి ఏం చేద్దాం అనుకుంటున్నారు అంటే 4వ తారీఖు లోపు ఈ రాష్ట్రాన్ని వల్లకాడు చేద్దాం అనుకుంటున్నారా దీపక్ మిశ్రా అని పెట్టుకుని ఇదే గవర్నర్ గారికి చెప్పాం ఇంత పచ్చిగా నిర్లజ్జగా ఈ అధికారులందరూ కూడా ప్రవర్తిస్తున్నారు వీళ్ళు లొంగిపోయారు వీళ్ళు లొంగింది కాకుండా ఇంకా జిల్లాల్లో ఉన్నటువంటి అందరు అధికారులను కూడా లొంగదీస్తున్నారు కాబట్టి నిష్పక్షపాతంగా ఉండాల్సినటువంటి పోలీసు వ్యవస్థని దిగజారుస్తున్నారు కాబట్టి మీరు మీ చర్యలు మీ అధికారాన్ని ఉపయోగించాలి కేంద్ర ఎన్నికల సంఘంతో మీరు మాట్లాడండి వాస్తవాన్ని తెలుసుకుని ఈ అంతా కూడా కంట్రోల్ చేయమని ఈ దీపక్ మిశ్రా అనేవాడిని ఇక్కడి నుంచి పంపించి వేరే ఐపీఎస్ అధికారి ఎవరన్నా సర్వీస్ లో ఉన్న అధికారిని వేయించమని చెప్పని కూడా వారిని రిక్వెస్ట్ చేశాం
పోలింగ్ రోజున పోలింగ్ అయిన తర్వాత జరుగుతున్న ఏదైతే వైలెన్స్ ఉందో నేపథ్యంలో ఆ ప్రాంతాల్లో ఉన్న పోలీసు అధికారులు ఎవరైతే వారి పనితీరు పట్ల ముఖ్యంగా ఎవరైతే పోలీస్ అబ్జర్వర్గా వచ్చిన దీపక్ మిశ్రా అనే ఒక రిటైర్డ్ అధికారి ఎవరైతే వచ్చారో ఆయన పక్షపాతంతో ఏదైతే కూటమి తెలుగుదేశం పార్టీ ఏ ఫిర్యాదు ఇస్తే ఏ పిటిషన్ పెడితే ఫాల్స్ పిటిషన్ దాని మీద ఎంక్వైరీ కూడా లేకుండా వన్ సైడెడ్ యాక్షన్ తీసుకోవడం కాకుండా రాష్ట్రంలో ఉన్న సీనియర్ అధికారి పోలీస్ అధికారికి తో పాటు ఇంకో 2 అధికారులు అంతా కూడా మా సోదరులు చెప్తారు వారు చేస్తున్న అకృత్యాల్ని
Thank you for watching Swatantra TV English Bulletin. For a complete and comprehensive English news bulletin, please do watch Swatantra TV. This is Mahima, signing off. Keep watching Swatantra TV.